Surely that worked. If it doesn't, then I'm suing. There we go, we did. We didn't even miss one round. It's actually an eco round being pulled out by DCYS, and they've already gotten 2 frags. It's Farg on the Desert Eagle, who's found both of them with full HP, 2 guns to be retrieved, and now they get to fall away with them. It's gonna be quite a lot to do damage with here. They're gonna find that frag immediately back on the other side of the A site. It's Franks who does it. Jacko trying to make up for the lost ground is going to do so with a Galil, and he's going to take him down almost instantly. No head armor. It's going to be a hard one to find now in a 2 versus 4 even still, but Kraken by your side, it's the man that you'd like. Everybody on this side is formidable, and now the CTs go on a double push. It's going to be great for trades. Seven's here, and he's going to go swinging first. Farg on the other side, and both kills are going to be found. It's an anti-eco defeat from Revel. And a great cobbled together buy from DCYS to keep this going. Their CT buy is now going to be very strong, and the T side are on double save, so at this point, they're really just going to be hoping for maybe a bomb plant to buy into the next. If not, it's a full investment, and there it is. Tech9's Deagle not yet to be invested, but I know that Severe loves it, and so does Reaper. They're going to pull them out, both of them. No head armor on anybody. Decent utility, nothing crazy, but it's going to be enough to get them the room that they need to make their way in towards B, where they had a Molotov and a nade from 6 right onto their domes. Nublus and Kraken eating majority of it, and Unisix is going to stick around. He's going to continue his spray to try and find more than just the one. Not successful. Farg there. He's still ready and waiting, though. Not going to extend all too far in. Trying to fall off top, though, and he'll lose his life about it. Here comes 7. His predecessor had done well for him a moment ago, but as the CTs continue to make their way forward, it's Jackro with the M4. They might be able to get it done. Headshot on the Z Frank, and Franks is all that's left. 1 versus 2 clutch, not impossible. Low HP on a Reaper, but the shots like that, it's a back and forth war of attrition now. It seems that nobody's going to be able to shrink 2. What's the word? How would it work? What would a consecutive be? I'm not sure how that would work out. I think somebody in chat surely knows what I'm trying to say. There's got to be a word for that. In consecutivity. Consecutively. It's probably just consecutively. I guess you have to use it with an L and a Y. It's a shame. I'm sure there's a cooler word than just that. It's kind of lame. A1S and MP9 being carried over by the CT side, though. It's going to be great for them to work with here and maybe find a couple of frags. They were able to do it with just pistols before, so if they grab a gun or 2. Where's Tony? Dog, you're trolling me. I'm getting trolled. I'm Tony. Now things come to a screeching halt. Revelers should be playing this. They're pumping the gas, pumping the brakes rather, and now waiting to press onto the gas as the first player on the CT side swings forward with a flashbang. It's Unit 7 who takes majority of the damage, still sticking around though, and they pull over a rotation from another CT. It does work, dude. Even though Nova's still on it, it does work. Frag through the wall. He's going to find a second one as well. Severe with a great spam. Both players being dropped there, and now right back at it with the M4 picked up as 6. He's got a little bit of a timing onto Severe as he believes that he's killed everybody in that area. Now Reaper's left to pick up the pieces, and he will. Farg and Z-Franks removed so far from the scenario with only pistols. They're going to have one hell of a time making their way back in as the bomb goes down. From the behind, should be easy to deal with through the yellow tarp. Jackro will do it. Farg left to his own devices in a 1v4 with only a Desert Eagle in his hands. No utility, and over the top of the site, Kraken may give him something, but Reaper through the smoke instead will be the one to finish it off. A 3rd round for Revel, and they are the first team to put 2 together on the board consecutively. Made it work. Brought it back. Full circle. And here we are once again with just pistols for the CT side, still playing the money game with Revel. Inside of their heads already on this T side, getting the ball rolling very quickly. It looks to be a map number 1 to be forgotten at this point if it's the pick of Revel. They've really shown their stuff on this attack, and Kraken opens up towards mid, cracking the round open, I'll say. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Probably. And as 6 goes down, that leaves these last remaining pistols kind of spread across the map, ready to be picked one by one. Over at the A-bomb site, it is only 7 with the Desert Eagle, the only player with the hand cannon itself, but a couple other P250s as well. Nothing to sneeze at, but the Deagle is that potent son of a gun. Pistol number 1, try and hit the headshots. Actually does connect onto the head of Severe as he swings right at the ramp, and there he is. Coming to life when he needs to most. Molly on his body, though, will allow the bomb plant once again. No utility for the CTs means that a retake is going to be quite a labored one. Through the smoke they'd have to go, or wait them out and fight the rifles at range. Pick your poison at that point, really. Kind of just hanging around at this point, just waiting. As the smokes begin to fade, though, Reaper is there for the frag. A second one may be made available to him as Z-Frank goes up top just as well. Not quite meeting the same feint just yet, but not quite far off. And here it all falls apart. Reaper and Kraken doing the cleanup crew. 3 kills to the name of Kraken, 2 to Reaper, and they get all 5 between them. Go Reaper. That's what I'm saying, man. Last time we saw Reaper on this map, guys, I don't know if you were here for it, he dropped, I think, 40 kills with 156 ADR? Not exactly 40 kills. It might have been, or was it? I think it was close to 40, yeah. He almost had 30 in the first half. That much I know to be a fact. I think he had 28 or 29 at the end of the first half with 156 ADR to close out the match. That is wild. Absolutely wild. But maybe now's not his time to shine. Maybe a little bit more of a team cohesion being put on display now from the side of Rebel. Not a one-man army in the slightest. The CT's taking a hell of a lot of damage, though, in this round so far. A trade needs to be had by Reaper, and he will, but kills on the other side of the map just the same. It's a 4 versus 1, excuse me. And Yuna, he's going to pick up the op and finishes it off. It's Reaper from the side hall, not able to get activated at all in the round. 1 trade, and that's all he has to his name. As DCYS put their name on the board once again, Rebel are a little bit broke across the board. They've got guns to drop over, though. Reaper and Severe are going to be asking for those. Maybe an op to be pulled out by Sniper himself. Reaper is indeed a sight to behold. Comes the flashbangs and smokes towards A. A hell of a lot of them from the CT side. Not really even going off of them, though. They've wasted a lot of utility, and the T side have actually gone over towards the B side of the map. Unit 6 is going to be well and truly tested here. See if they can do it. Shouldn't be all too hard, but definitely a lot of powerful players to be up against here as they make their way in. Flashbangs across as well. Well-used utility, but the Ts are starting to run out, and the CTs have just begun. They're raining flashbangs over and through, and they've got 4 players here to defend. Cracking over the top of the sandbag right to the face of Fark finds that kill as Nublis finds one just as well. He's going to double down. Unit through the smoke, though. Going to find one. Transfer onto Severe, not quite there, and Frax is nowhere in sight. AWP has to be able to get a couple of kills if they're going to make this worth their while, but getting closer and closer to the site at this stage in the game. It's going to have to be a couple of miraculous frags. A double peek from both Ts may give him an opportunity into the round, but nope, not quite in time. Not given the chance, not given the inch. And fighting back into this one is a death sentence, to say the least. Pulling back now with that sniper rifle soon enough. All the Ts are doing the same, and Rebel have put a 5th onto the board. The Ts have broken the economy of DCYS actually here, so good on them. They've made it work. Saving the sniper rifle in the next round is going to be pretty important. He can drop over a FAMAS to a teammate if he wants. Yuna's going to buy them. Unit 6, excuse me, is going to buy themselves. And Fark could probably throw up a gun of his own as well, maybe an SMG with a good bit of utility. Tossed over to Z-Frank instead. AWP with a quick peek towards the B ramp. Not going to spot a thing. Could have been quite possibly, but very close to the smoke now is 7. With the FAMAS trying to get in towards that tucked cubby to the right side of the yellow tarps. Do so successfully, and now the Ts have to clear that out. They've got to be aware of the angles that the CTs could have taken by now, especially over at B as well, now that 6 has gone deep towards the stairs. Bottom map control from the CT side, and now a reactivity play needs to be made. The CTs are actually the one to do it. Unit 7 goes right through that smoke. Z-Frank on the other side of the sandbags, and I think that Severe is going to be ready for him. He's going to clear it out. Head spotted. Easy frag form tucked into the wall, and that's the A-bomb site open for business. Every day of the week, they'll take that one, and although bomb has to be picked up, nobody's guarding it on this side of DCYS, so it's not really that big of a deal. They're going to be isolated by smokes, and Nublis here ready to cut off rotations as well. Here's a lot of footsteps from Unit 6. See you later, my friend. B bomb site defender down and dusted, and now Dubas has yet another frag put into his hands. It's Farg, maybe even a third as the NBP peeks in from the back lines, and he's going to find the frag, a consolation at best in a 1v4, as everything seems to be taken under Sheezer. Good flick on a Jackro, and they're going to continue to hunt. Sabir, be careful, 1 versus 2 now. This is definitely doable. High HP, and Reaper is close. AK picked up, Reaper's got to be careful. Close range headshot, a 1 versus 5, turn into a 1 versus 1. Kraken has it all to do. He has to win this out now. Z-Franks has done it all for his team. His moment to shine, and Kraken has to be the one to deny it. He's going to tap onto the bomb, going for the stick. Kraken doesn't believe, he's going for it, spamming through the smoke. He's got to find it now, and he's got the 1 versus 5. Z-Franks has done it, even the final frag, he's got it all. A third round, and maybe a mental destruction for Rebel from here on out. That is the round you cannot be losing out. And they know it. That's my voice for the night, because I don't think we're going to see anything like that. 10-4, no pause. They seem to have it under control. All of the nerves still there for the CT side, and they're going to keep the ball rolling here around number 9. What a throw from Rebel, wasn't it, young Tony? Yeah, I would say so. If I was Coach Tony, you would have heard me saying quite a lot of things as actively as that was happening, actually. You probably would have heard me in the comms, but alas, I am but a bottom main coach, not a top main coach. I've not made my way there yet, or should I say advanced coach. Howdy, howdy, everybody in the chat. Welcome to see you. Kraken, he's going to continue his reign of terror in the B bomb site, though. Still in the back, though, is Farg waiting to get activated as his teammates fall. He's going to get a lineup for 2, maybe even a third as Draco goes around with an SMG. A 4th on the line for Farg. He's got the ammo to do it, but he's been wrapped by the side from Reaper. Thank God he's there. 1 HP on a Kraken. And Z-Franks, the man to do it again. Sniper in his hands. Can he make it happen? Pulls out the USP instead, though, trying to traverse around the generator, not quite. Not spotting the shoulder of Reaper yet either. I think his teammates calmed it to him. There it is. Quick shot, easy shot. USP pulled, and they know that he's low. Surely not once more. Another clutch for this man, and his RWS is going to be skyrocketing. Smoke on top of the bomb, or so Kraken thinks. Rounding the corner, he's done it again. 12-4 is his kills and deaths, and he's gotten a 4th round for his squad. Tony, if we need a coach, I'll message you, baby. Dude, I'll whip some boys into shape. That's all I'm saying, man. I'll also rub your shoulders and bring you hot chocolate when it's cold and come up with secret handshakes. Coach Anthran? SMH. Keck W even, maybe. Like the sound of Tony whipping it out. Or wiping it out, maybe, I'm not sure. AWP dropped over. Probably going to pick that right back on up. You could have coached Rebel this season? Wow, dude. Nice, dude. Coach them next season. And they're still looking. Yuna is going to get a double, a triple even in mid now with that SMG, as GoTV doesn't like to hold on to that one. Thank you, Auto Director. You've got 2 pistols left standing for the side of Rebel. Now over the top of the wood, though, goes Yuna 7. Maybe a little overzealous, and now they've gotten 2 frags. Nice shot again from Reaper as he cracks open the B-bomb site even further. 2 versus 2 and guns to be retrieved. Nothing being given up by this T side at this stage, but Z-Frank and Z-Franks in the clutch. I guess the dynamic duo, side by side. Except a little bit kind of spread far away from each other. Not exactly side by side as you'd like. And now the T-side have everything to play for. They have bomb in their possession, and they've got these guns able to be picked up as well. And the CTs have completely given up the B bomb site. Z-Frank goes back to A, while Z-Franks holds the wrap back to the ramp. Hi, C-Mitch. Inching their way in, crawling their way forwards, grabbing the A1S's, Kraken and Reaper on the SMG with the lower of 2 HPs. They still have that bomb and can plant it for free. Nobody's going to stop them. And they've got 2 smokes and a flashbang to play with in the post plant as well. This is all looking up for the side of Rebel right now. Although they use both of them to smoke the same thing, it's not what you love to see, but it's Not the worst thing in the world either, as the Molotov is fluffed. The CT side continue to make things look a little bit difficult now that Reaper has an SMG in close range up against it. It's not an easy fight to have taken, and Z-Frank has to replicate the same success his partner in crime had a moment ago, but taken down by Reaper on the A1S. It's no end in sight. 5 kills between those two players, and they pull it right on back on the eco round. With just pistols, they get it done. A 6th round and a pause from the CT side, and I would take one as well. Definitely down on the dumps in terms of the mental. A lot of map control being given up early on by that CT side, thanks to early frags being found by Revel over the top of the wood, like I had mentioned earlier on. Maybe a massive misplay from 126, giving them everything that they need in that round. All the space in the world, really. Maybe taking a little bit less of an aggressive stance on these early rounds, falling back after you find those man advantages, especially from that CT squad. They've got to learn how to play a little bit more passively in rounds that they have those crossfires available to be set. Tons of utility, smokes, mollies, and flashes, everything that they could possibly need to hunker down into the site and wait for the T's to walk into their crosshairs, but instead, they get a little bit hungry, they get a little bit antsy, and they make their way a little bit too far forwards, and it ends up costing them a whole hell of a lot. AWP in the hands of Severe, A1S carried over by Jack Rowe's teammates, gonna buy up AKs for themselves. The in-game leader and captain playing with the CT weapon. We'll see what it can do. It's a very accurate weapon on either side. It's very viable in my opinion. I honestly think that it has more application on T-sides than many players might think when they hold an AK and don't choose to switch out to that A1S. Maybe there's a world where it might be more worth their while, and now as you take a look on the side of the CTs, 3 of these players don't have head armor. That is an absolute dream for a man like Jack Rowe right now. Eagles and a FAMAS. It's all to the name of DCYS that they have in the 11th. It's not going to be a whole lot, but I guess it's better than nothing. Scaling upside the A ramp, couple of footsteps being heard, but you like to see that over on the other side of the map, Nublis holds down on mid, and deep inside of the B ramp is Kraken. Oh, a little bit of a fluffed flash, I think. Perhaps. Anubis drops off a mid. They regroup towards A, picking up the bomb, and you see them scaling up this A side without any utility. They don't need it. They can clear out all of their angles one by one. And the only thing that they have to worry about is each other's backs, really. Opportunity spotted, squandered. Shots rain out. Now the CTs know what's up. They rotate over a player, maybe 2. Z-Franks can't do it on his own, but they don't have any utility again on this A-bomb site. Even on these anti-eco rounds, you like to have a singular flashbang and maybe even a singular smoke if you can. Prioritizing the FAMAS, though, perhaps. Jack Rowe with that A1S does the job, and the Deagle through smoke does some decent damage as well. No finisher, though, and now the T's have it all to play for. They've got 2 flashbangs in the post-plant, all of the range that they could possibly hope. Sevier's going to find that opener in the retake. It's not going to be good looks for DCYS from here on out. An upward battle, to say the least. Now, the last guns that they have remaining, as well as some body armor, as well as only 1 round of loss bonus, they decide to go for the save. Money is going to be thanking them for that one. The bank account will be able to wipe a quick sweat off of its brow. Obviously, they're not going to be fully investing into this round. They're going to be hoping to pull something over into the next. Another round with the body armor, another round with that FAMAS will definitely do them a whole lot of good. I'm going to have to change the crosshair as well. That's my crosshair that I play with on 1600 by 900. So good flashbangs from the CT side to get inside of mid. Good dink on Anubis, though, as well. They continue to make their way closer and closer. Great start in the eco, but the only problem is that the A flanker from Unit 7 has been dealt with. It's an open pathway into the A bomb site. A quick rotation from DCYS should they like to go back that way, but either side of the map really should be easy enough for them to make their way on through. Still hearing a lot of footsteps over towards mid. One B bomb site defender as well, so if they decide to maybe mind game their opponents, it could actually end up hurting them more than it helps. Quite possibly. But instead, they take the road most traveled. Up to the A-bomb site they go. Only player here is Z-Franks with a Desert Eagle. He's going to be immediately lost from vision. It's a smoke in his eyes. Right at the front side of the default box. Severe is able to plant the bomb. And the same story from last round, the exact same story. It is the same weaponry, the same positions, and the same man disadvantage that they were playing with from the last. Already saving this FAMAS. He's running away. He's gotten out of dodge. The Deagles and USPs look to remain. Maybe to try and find a consolation, pick up a gun if they could. That'd be a dream. Jackro taking a bit of Deagle damage, already down to 1 HP, no less. And Z-Frank, the last player to swing into the site to try and get something done. Jackro's going to have to run away as the rest of his teammates take decent damage. Unit 6 isn't able to get activated in that one, not at all. Jackro goes down, so does Nublis, and the other 3 aren't so far off either, but their money is looking great. Nothing to be too worried about, really. You can take a little bit of a breather on that one. It is okay. AWP posts up over at B. Nobody to give him the light of day, though. The time of day, rather. As a singular player resides deep in the back of the bomb site behind the metal pillar, the metal beams, giving them a nice little hidey hole, as they've got a nice flashbang set up for them from the mid player should they make their way back. It's actually been used by now. They've got nothing over towards B other than the utility on Unit 6 themselves, and they're in the back of the bomb site in a very precarious spot. They've got to use all their utility before they take these fights. One smoke being deployed, and the rest of the Ts are going to kind of just sit idly by, waiting. Not too sure on what to expect from here on. And here comes the utility waiting to rain out. Maybe a readable situation from the CT sides. They've already rotated one back. They've got the stack ready in here to find multiple frags and make it a retake worth going for, and 6 finds their first standing inside of a Molotov. I don't think they realize burning to a crisp. It'll be Reaper the one to make it happen, and Jackro continues trudging on forwards. One bullet will do the trick on Nefarg. Easy does it. A second continuation spray not going to be too successful, though. Reaper does damage to smoke and continues to find damage, as well as a frag. Z-Frank not able to regain his vision on the other side of the smoke. Now the AWP and AK side by side, waiting to play off of one another. Severe will be first up at bat, and he wins his duel. His one is found. 17 and 5 right now is Reaper. It's not close to a 30 bomb, but definitely nearly as impressive as any other performance with 115 ADR before the first half is even closed. JSP is horny on main, man. Quite literally, that's actually funny. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I'm down. I could go for 1 or 2. I can get a deluxe crispy chicken sandwich afterwards too. McDonald's Sprite, get my energy back up when we're done, you know? Could be a fun time. Mixed bag buy from the CT side here. 2 Deagles, an SMG, a MP, or rather a FAMAS, and an M4A1S. Definitely an interesting assortment, to say the least. Trying to get it done, boosted over the top of the sandbags. Actually behind the metal beam there. That's crazy. That might... Does he burn there? Surely not. It doesn't seem like he will, and he's going to have a great position to be playing with in this round. I've never seen this before. I don't remember the last time I saw this, actually. It looks like he's going to make good off of it. Reaper's still holding on. Does he know? Surely Reaper doesn't know. He does. This guy is on one. His brain is just too big for me and anybody else in the server. Clearly, because as they try and go through the smoke, it's Reaper who's caught off guard. Z-Frank with a good timing AWP there for the flick, though. Great from Severe to play reactively and trade off of his teammates back. Yuna's going to drop one of the back lines, though. AK to be retrieved. Utility as well. Maybe a flashbang. Possibility for a retake. Not likely. Yuna 7 does eventually go through the smoke with only a deagle, though. The flank is not yet to do anything. Very hard to get back into this one. 1 versus 3. Next round being the last of the half, though. Maybe worth his while to save the AK-47. They've reached max loss bonus across the board. You can drop a teammate. 2 of them can buy themselves. Somebody's going to be relegated just a little bit there, though. Weapon does get to be saved. The T side once again crack into that A-bomb site, and this time around they'll find double digits off of it. Nice stickers there from Severe. Very nice. He's got an E-League 2017 Elige sticker, a couple of liquid ones as well to go along with it. A little bit of an inspect from Uni6 there. Thank you. Definitely a nice combo. And another nice combo seems to be Revel and Vertigo. It doesn't seem like they're letting up anytime soon. The gas has been fully pressed down, and the foot has not yet to be pulled up. But he can't even spell. SMH. Not everything has to be .01 float, you rich snob. It's fine to appreciate the little things in life sometimes, bro. I promise, it won't hurt. Anthran thinks that I spend every second of the day reading his chats, and instead I've got to pay attention to the round as Nublus has already gone down. It's Severe trying to make something happen with the AWP as he pulls back to the B-bomb site. Kraken still lying in wait. Reaper going to join up. Bomb on the shoulders of the sniper himself, and they're going to continue to make their way forwards, and they've got to topple only one player here until they deal with the back of the bomb site. It's Uni7 with a nice angle on the other side of the wood. Pretty predictable, though. Kraken's going to be clearing it. Easy fight for Uni7 to win, though, and a blind Jackrow from a team flash is going to go down, and another dink. A lot of damage being done there. Severe may find one, but immediately back with only one bullet required. A flashbang goes through the smoke, and Severe's not ready for it. What a crazy play there on the end of the game. Or end of the half, rather. As Revel take it 10-5, at least one being pulled over. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Why not? You've only read this chat this round? Anthran? Oh my gosh. Anthran has, like... Anthran has the object permanence of a baby. Like, he joins the chat like 5 rounds in, and only the rounds that he's seen are where everyone in the chat existed. Nobody existed before he joined. Can you share, at least? All I get is JSP. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, I mean, so much of a good thing can still be bad, you know? Can't be good for the body. Yeah. Anyway. Top of the A site, Severe is going to go peeking with the USP. Player caught off guard. Shot into the foot, though. A lot of utility. He's still in the hands of this T side, and they've yet to even get close. Quick smoke out to front side sight from Z-Frank. The rest to be deployed. Flashbangs in, and now the CTs are on for the retake with a smoke in the hands of Jackrow. They're going to be waiting their time. Sitting on their hands for the most part now as they wait for the bomb to be put down. They have enough to probably make their way back into this one. Over the top of the middle of the bomb site goes Uni7, and Nublus will put a bullet between the eyes, but not before Jackrow's been put down into a grave of his own. I get no B words, man. Shame. All this knowledge of Counter-Strike in my brain and nobody wants to hear it. No females want to hear it, man. It's a shame. Unit 6 gets their chance with the P250 over at the side hall. Smoke on top of the bomb. Gonna give out the illusion they might be going for the defuse, which they're going to try to, but not before Farg gets his chance to find a double inside of the smoke. He'll find two. Another one made available to him. A third, maybe even the fourth. As Reaper gets the stick, he's gonna find the round, but a 4K from Farg. A great pistol round individually from him, but a loss. All right, JSP. Let's see it. I expect video proof, as well as a witness. An in-person witness, as well as video proof. Ooh, GK here. It's the whole squad popping out to support the boys here. Nade not quite going to do the damage that maybe he had expected. Kraken, but a Molotov goes ahead, and Unit 7's going to tank some of it. The SMG not able to finish the job, and the B-bomb site's actually been opened up, and nobody there for the rotate just yet. It's Severe. He's got to do the job. Great work on defining Unit 7 as they get a little bit too far forwards for their likings. They go for her swing. Severe's going to do the same thing they had done for him in the last round of the last game, or the last half, rather, and Farg left to his own devices in a 1 versus 2 clutch. Good on to the first. Nublis already posted on the angle, and Farg wins out the duel either way. It's Jackro, then SMG, trying to rephase from that same angle. Maybe not the best of decisions, as Farg seems to be on that, and the spray is good. It's a great round from him in the 1 versus 2 clutch, a 3K overall. And another round for DCYS, finally on the board on this T side now in Revel. Their money is a little bit weaker now, and maybe able to inch their way back into this one. Take it to DMs, guys. Jeez. No one wants to see that. All right. Not going to catch any of the frags there. And as it stands, the 5-7 is going to get that first frag done and dusted. Deagle's left standing in the last. It's AKs and Galils. Up against Reaper. We know what he can do with this gun. It's not too far out of the realm of possibility. He finds a 1D here with his teammates by his side. Teammate by his side. Nublis. His last line of defense other than himself. It seems as they just sit idly by, waiting to see if somebody gives them something to work with, a shoulder to work with, maybe even a little bit of a head. That'd be pretty nice. Oh, possibility for Nublis, but not quite. Reaper trying to find an exit of his own. Already softened up his one, but he's been softened up himself, and as he plummets to his inevitable demise, he actually doesn't get to hit the ground in time. Seems like we've saved a life today here. Well, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that he was riddled with lead. But if that wasn't the case, then he might have made it out of that one with just some minor head trauma injuries from the pressure of falling that fast that far. But it's okay. 5 USPs, 1 flashbang. Jackro the one to hold on to it. He's going to toss it over at the ramp. Maybe a couple of kills to be found here if they time it properly, but not to be. Z-Franks continues to mow them down. He doesn't seem like he's going to stop anytime soon, finding his 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Not quite the 5th. Unit 7's going to go over the top of the sandbags and do it for him. Easy does it. Quick and clean. 21 kills to his name, now rivaling that of Reaper, who he's now surpassed in a kill and a death. Utility mid from Reaper. He's very well known for his quick pop flashes to try and take some early on fights, and he usually wins them out just as well. SMG in the hands of Z-Frank, though, on a round that they had won in the last, with Severe having that AWP, could be problematic, depending on how close they can get him. Oh, and Unit 7's already crawled all the way up through the site. What is this? Nublis is not ready for it. A smoke to the elevator, but not ready for Jackro on the boost. Maybe is a round winning play immediately turned on its head. There goes Team Flash, actually, into his eyes, and now comes the utility in Z-Frank with the aforementioned SMG. He's going to have to go on ahead and try and make an opening. Kraken so very close, though, is going to deal with that first in a similar position we had seen from the opposite team in the last half, except this time it's Revel who come out on top. A much important double from Kraken means that it's only that one player left standing to deal with, and Reaper is the man to do it in the back of the bomb site, dancing between this metal beam, a Molotov onto his feet. He's going to go in for a peek from the left side, and just really delaying the inevitable now is Yuna, and there's always a possibility maybe he can get something done. With 30 seconds left, though, he's got no more utility after deploying that smoke, and all three of these CTs are going to be able to make their way in one by one, but with Severe holding the angle, quick peek down range, easy kill for him. And things seem to just be falling into place now for the CTs up against a full buy once more. Quick peek at the front side A ramp. Severe is known for those, and this time around he actually is pretty successful with it. Anthran is sending me profanity in my DMs, and I'm not appreciating it. I think I'm going to have to contact somebody about that. Personally, very uncomfortable. I'm feeling very assaulted. Great picks across the board. Once again, Auto Director doesn't like to catch the good ones, so we're just gonna have to stick with the T side in the 2 versus 4 and see if they can crack things open and get it done on their own. No Auto Director required. Severe usually a man who's good for an angle hold or two, and he doesn't get that chance. He turns his angle into a new one, but he's not there in time because Z-Franks has already posted on it as he jiggles right up. He's got his crosshair perfectly placed, and now it's a 2 versus 2 with bomb down. A flashbang from Z-Franks, and he doesn't even get to use it for his teammate. That's a shame as he eventually tosses it out. He's in a clutch with only 13 HP, 2 players to topple. And should they trade effectively, there should be no issue onto this one. Reaper taps onto the bomb, checks the side hall, doesn't spot a thing. Maybe goes back to tap it once more in just a moment, but he holds onto it for just the right amount of time. Finds his double as well as that 13th round for Revel. The money has been broken for at least 2 of the players on the T side, but the remainder should be able to drop over AKs and make this their last chance saloon at putting something together before Revel run away with this second half in the first map. Changing his elevation this time over to the B-bomb site with the op. Severe gets it done. 2 players still on low HP, and Severe holds onto the angle, going in for a wider peek. He's great for it. Another. Surely he doesn't stop there, knowing him. That doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Molotov bound to the stairs once more. A second one just as well, and Kraken, well, he seems to be ready to finish the job. And there it is. The B-bomb site lockdown, a full buy from DCYS. Maybe a little bit tilted after that one, as they play right into the hands of those 2 players. Easiest frags of Severe's life. And between the 2, they lock it all down. A shutdown across the map from A to B, not yet tested all too much towards mid. And now DCYS are playing against map point should they lose this round. Deagles, it's looking likely. What in God's name? What am I reading? Deagle in mid's going to be rudely awakened when he finds out that there's a player over the top of the boxes. He doesn't even get the chance to do anything, though. It's Severe. 1 click, 1 kill. All luck, no skill. I mean, wait. Kraken once again having the opportunity to get something done here. Be a Molotov at the front of the steps this time around, and Reaper gets a spray into mid with the bomb alone going through a smoke. 7? Hello? Who's calling this right now on the side of DCYS? It's disgusting. And not in a good way, not in the Reaper dropping 40 way. Unit 6. Desert Eagle still potent at that range. Very easily done for Kraken, though, with an AK. Great control onto the next, and now Nublus left to finish off the last. It's the final bite of the food. Dinner has been served. On to the next course, because map number 1 seems to be nearing its conclusion. The pick of Revel, keep in mind, the second being Inferno, DCYS's choice of location. Beautiful, beautiful Italy. I heard it's especially nice this time of year. I actually don't know anything about Italy, so I could completely be lying to you. 5 AK-47s in this round for DCYS. No sniper rifle. A decent amount of utility, not full. Not even nearly so, but they're going to be sending a lot of their flashbangs, mollies, and smokes towards the A-bomb site. Through the Molotov goes Z-Franks, and he's going to take a lot of damage for not a whole lot of control, because he and Unit 6 have both taken, as well as Unit 7, actually, and they do actually find the opening frag. Unit 7 continuing their way up through into the site, though, and they'll both lose out. 1 versus 1s and 3 versus 3, and Nublis is the next up, and Far continues to crack things open. Farther he makes his way in. Easy does it. One more smoke to be put away from Z-Frank as he picks one up off the dead body of his opponent. Reaper's got to make his way in through the smoke. Z-Frank's is done for. A flashbang could be great for him to make his way through, but a side hall smoke from Reaper is even better. Well placed, and here come the final pieces of the puzzle. It could be over here and now, or Farg's position could be too hard to clear, and it seems like that is going to be the case. 1 versus 1. We've seen Reaper do it before, but with 8 HP, it's a tall task, to say the least. He tries to stick the bomb, knowing it may be a difficult fight to win out, and Z-Frank, one you can't afford to drop. A 15-9 result now as the CT side put together yet another buy. Their loss bonus is only at 1, so if they fully invest into this one with utility, pistols, and the ops, maybe there's a chance back into this one for DCYS if they can string a couple consecutively together to follow, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's still a very good position now for the CT side as we see Z-Frank's relegated to a Galil, Yuna likely relegated to a Galil himself, actually, and the utility once again is going to be spread a little bit thin. Nova. There's my favorite. My favorite player slash co-caster. Fast to the A-bomb site again. Seemed to work out last time significantly enough, I guess. Reaper turning from a flash this time around. He's got 2 players to support him, and they're going through the smokes this C-side. They've got to be very careful as they lose kills left and right. It's Z-Franks with one of his own unit with a double, and now it's a 1 versus 3 all of a sudden as the CTs lose out their trades. It looked like they had everything on lock. Not quite going to pay off for them, though. Kraken could have a go at this, I guess. But as Yuna rounds this bend, Kraken's not ready for it. Molotov a little bit fluffed to the side of the sandbag, as Yuna's going to be not too upset about that one, though. He's only up against USP. He's a farm up available to him, but he gets a little bit carried away, and Reaper on a USP finds a double after the boost. AK picked up by Nublis, and now things get incredibly dangerous. The rotation back to B is required now, though, as they tuck tail and make it all the way back. Shot on the opener to make their way back in, though. Z-Frank should have an easy time with the flanker at the AK already being dropped. A 3 versus 3 should not be a huge issue for them as the bomb goes down. No utility from the CT side. AK may be picked up, and Reaper's not exactly the player that you want to see with his hands, but Jacro's going to go for the first fight, lose out. Reaper just the same. Seems to be an easy cleanup as the Glock is all it takes to get it done. It's a quick and dusted round. double AWP setup from the C side right now. It's Yuna and Z-Franks to wield it. I don't think they have an AK drop that they can pick up and switch over to. Oh my god, all of the different names here, man. I love recognizing people's names. It makes me so happy. My serotonin is going off. I need to tone it down. A lot of noise being made by this T side right now, and I think that that's going to be one of their biggest mistakes. Next to that Molotov, not pumping the brakes and cutting sound could be their issue, and now that they've done that, the CT side only know that there's one player there at this stage. And in mid, Reaper will deal with his one. It's Farg who goes down and barely any health lost off it. They're usually pretty great at these entries at the front side of the A site. They have to deal with one player over at side hall. Jackro is going to be the first to fall. It's a very difficult shot to hit on his end. Peeker's advantage there, heavily in favor of Z-Frank. And Severe burns alive as he tries to make his way back. The Molotov is spread too far. The Opera can't quite get out of no man's land quick enough. Oh, great shot from Reaper over the top of the smoke. He spots him? This guy's insane through smokes. I don't understand. Already getting 30 kills in regulation right now. Vertigo is his map. And tonight is no different. 3 versus 3 on the retake. They have one flashbang, but Kraken has to be the one to use it. And he's already kind of peeking to the side. He's going to find a frag instead. That's just as good, if not better. Op may trade back, but now they've got to go in for it. They've got to do something. Tap onto the bomb. Kraken's holding for him, but he's not going to be holding off for long enough. Z-Franks, he's going to die, but it doesn't matter with Uniso very close, ready to trade. Bomb diffuser is going to fall, and another round for DCYS as they get that one step closer. Now Revel are going to have to save once again. Yeah, what Discord are you guys in? Can I join? What's going on? Are we going to talk about the game? You guys want to watch party or something? Unit at the front side of B gets dinked very quickly. P250 able to do a little bit more damage. Down to 19, but it's not going to be a finished job. Well, it could have been close enough. Another fluff flashbang doesn't really matter. They all turn from it just in time. And Z-Frank on the player on the flank. Reaper is there. Deagle is good. And a quick kill. Maybe another one to be had by Jackro as he flies around the side. But an AK picked up. Reaper's just going to save that one away. Nublis hoping to find something just... Well, he's got 2 very low HP players he could find. And Yuta's going to give it to him. Nice. Oh my lord. He almost had another one through the smoke he wouldn't have even known. Couch cast when? On my channel, probably anytime next season that I'm not casting on my own. That'd be a lot of fun, honestly. On my channel, it gives me good content for sure. Nice from Nublis to find yet another Reaper. Might be so far away, but 3 kills in that round is more than good enough. Yeah, definitely a good idea to do a little bit of a couch cast, but I got to make sure that everybody there is PG enough, you know? Can't be saying anything that'll TOS me. I know a lot of the players in these leagues have mouths on them. And we'll leave it at that. A lot of footsteps being heard to the A ramp, though, and Reaper's going to be calming that for sure as he gets boosted up. He's already sprinted back to the bomb site, Nublis. Great reaction there. Molotov put out. Good stack on. Ready and waiting for what may be to come. Fully equipped now is this T side. Same goes for the CT, so it's really just who can play the best CS at this stage. At this point, Reaper is always good for his kills. Can everyone else step up where it matters most? Nublis and Jackro side by side could be a great combo. Ready to trade off of one another. I love this. I really love this. I can't wait to see how this pans out as they continue to scale together side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Young may find one. Kraken gets one of his own at the front side of the ramp, and a man advantage for Revel makes this look like a lot more doable a situation than we've seen in rounds prior. And Nublis trying to get out now. It seems backing up just that little bit. AWP goes in for the crouch peek, and it's a great connection there as Nublis falls. The bomb site is now much more easily accessible. Kraken trying to go over top of the boxes. A Molotov's going to stop him from doing so. A smoke on top of it, though, going a little bit too far back. Could have been spammed through, but no gun being pulled, thankfully, for his sake. But the bomb can now be planted. He might try to go over top, but he's going to need a flashbang if he's going to do that, and he's not going to try it. Better safe than sorry. Severe actually getting one through some sort of a wall. Not quite sure what's up with that one, but he tags up yet another. Z-Frank down to 7. Reaper finished the job, but not before he finds a kill. It's a good way to put him into a winnable clutch. 30 kills for Z-Franks as well, actually. This game has been a one to remember for him, pulling the deagle, and it's not all lost because the low HP player is the one left to fight as Reaper gets on top of the bomb. He's got to connect just one bullet, and he will. Reaper still on top of the bomb, sticks it, and he's done it again. He's done it for the squad, finding the frag even after the time has expired. It's the map that goes the way of Revel, 16 to 13. Map number 2 will be on the way soon enough. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments with map number 2, the pick of DCYS, Inferno. Stick around. Alrighty then, map number 2, Inferno, the pick of none other than DCYS. They are the ones who lost out on map number 1, the pick of Revel, to them 16 to 13 just moments ago. And now as we head into the second one, it is going to have to be the absolute comeback on their own pick to send us to map number 3, which will be Dust 2, should we have to head that way. There's only one player left already, as is per ritual. Reaper, the one to send us into the action in just a moment, and there it is, right on cue. It's almost as if he heard me, almost as if he's in the chat ghosting. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. Stream sniping? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Either way, into the game we are. See if Revel can close it out in 2, or if DCYS can come back on the less favorite of the two sides and make a good go of it, because Revel on this CT side is known to be quite formidable, especially knowing the double CT setup with the op that they have between Jackro and Severe. Who else? No utility for the CT side or a kit, no utility on the T side either. It's going to be a full battle across the map. This could be nuts. This is super interesting, actually. I don't think I've ever seen neither team pick up any utility on the side of Inferno, being rushed from both ways. In mid, though, is Reaper. He's lucky to find even one. If he finds another, that'd be crazy, but he gets away with his life. Almost crazier. Great pick from Severe, though. Instant Gush back down to 1 HP, but he doesn't stop there. He gets even another. Gush down to 1 HP is Noobless as well. This is crazy how low these players are. Still very doable from this T side. With a double man disadvantage, it's really just a matter of trading now. Kraken with a good opportunity inside of mid to find that first, tapping away onto the last. It's Yuna who's got it all to do. Bomb not in his possession though, and they're going to converge. Low HP onto 2, and they're going to swing from both sides. Noobless the one first to fall. Not Reaper, surely not from the side. He's got to peek soon enough. And a chance given their way. An opportunity, but Jackro has to hit this shot, and he does. Brings the nerves down, calms the team away, takes a little bit of a spam into the body before we reset into round number 2, and they're buying up, and DCYS are going to be doing just the same. Deagle into the hand of Z-Frank, and everybody else soon to follow. OMG Bono! Vertigo score was 16 to 13, Clive. I apologize for not updating that, but I don't have the chance to at this point. Needs to go down banana, standard protocol. Seemingly a very passive play inside of the B-bomb site from the two CTs. Kraken and Jackro cross-firing up. Nade onto Farg takes him down to 48. And already worse for wear is this T-side. The only rifle they have in play, though, is in the hands of Yuna. No head armor on him. Not the best thing in the world. Not what you'd like to see. But either way. Revel 1 map number 1, 16 to 13. Brother. 3 players here now. It'd be a very good read from the CTs. They drop another smoke there. Severe nades inside of the smoke and pulls out a dodge at the side of CT. Begins to rotate away, and that might be a little bit of a cue for them to head on through. They phase through with all 5, and here they come. Molotov in front of the bomb site and a flashbang over. Let's see what they can do. Jackro in the back. He gets his time to shine, finds one with the last stray bullet, and continues his spray to find even a second. And the last player inside of the pit is his third. It's a cleanup crew from Kraken and Jackro, although one may fall. It's the best that you could have asked for. Well, maybe not the best. They probably wouldn't have liked to have Severe die, but, you know. Stuff happens. Things, even, if you would. Nades continue to go deep. This time around, the T's pump the brakes a little bit, head towards alt mid instead. Molotov in the face of the Tech 9 is going to dissuade him from flying his way through. Great work from Reaper inside of the apartments, though, to take out Z-Franks, and the Molotov makes it almost impossible for anybody else to do anything to stop him from getting away. I second that. Give Simic a tryout. Oh, nice work. Once again, Reaper reacting with impeccable speed. He takes yet another life, but one back with the Deagle is Yuna, and in close range, Nublis might get tested, but Reaper still down at range. Doesn't matter how far away he is with this gun, he's still going to take your head almost clean off. And he continues to push his way forward. He wants that money. 5 kills to his name, 4 in that round alone, and great cash put into his pockets nearing the $8,000 mark. He gets to have a little bit of a bonus in the 4th. He's going to be able to buy anything that he wants if he likes to in that next round. Dropping over the AWP to Severe, though, will upgrade them in at least one manner, and their money still manages to stay afloat. Congratulations, chat, dude. Congrats. Fast down through mid, great protocol here. Molotov deep in a flashbang from a teammate to send him even further, but Jackaro's burning alive inside of the Molotov at the bottom of Banana, and little does he know there's a player right on the other side. I don't even think that he realizes that. Jackaro goes down, Reaper in the back lines, the call isn't made, he's gonna find 3. Where are the comms right now? Nobody's saying a word. Frank lets 2 of his teammates die before he turns around, and even then he's not ready. He doesn't actually turn around at all. I don't know what's going on at this stage. In a 1 versus 4, I don't think Z-Franks does either. Severe gets a tag onto him through the wall, taking down rather low himself, and the SMG looks to finish the job, and Reaper gets another 4K on a full buy round. We're in round number 4, and he's already got 9 kills. This is absolutely incredible. Stupid, even. I've killed Nublis and DM before. Someone in advance picked me up. I'll have you know that I think Simic was there. We, if he was, almost beat Swisher and others in a pug. So I think we're ready for that contract. Just saying. Extra Salt, where are you when I need my money? 5v5, even still, Severe taking a brunt of the damage in the round overall up against AKs, and Deagle makes by, and he's going to actually be finished off. And what in God's name? It looks like from the top of the balcony, it's great damage being inflicted by Reaper with that AK. He's good to make this a somewhat even scenario in terms of the HP, and he still has Nublis should he need him. You did beat OC in that, sure, that's true. You should have said that first. That's where you get picked up. All 4 players here, though, just split 2-2 between apartments and lane, and now Reaper's got it all to do being tested. He's already gotten 1 frag. If he swings wide, he has an easy one onto Z-Franks, and that's so simple for him to find. Another head spotted, maybe even another 4K. Surely not! What is happening? Another 4K from Reaper. 3 in a row, and not a single way into the bomb site from DCYS. They're being shut down at every point, and it's by 1 man. And they continuously run into him. Honestly, just banging. This guy is unstoppable. I don't understand. This is a new level from him, a new breed of Counter-Strike player. Far taken down once again by a cheese of Banana. You think he would have learned by now, but as a matter of fact, he hasn't. Eating a ton of it down to 43 before he even gets a shot in the round. But thankfully, Reaper is down to 28 himself. His T-side is finally going to have to pay attention to other players on the server. Great smoke there, very quick from Nublis to smoke off that front side of brackets. No way through, but a flashbang towards B as they try and contact their way through. The utility's already been hurt, and now on the defense is Jackro in the back from the top of the coffins. It's 1 bit of damage being done. Jackro with a great triple. He's got the spray. USP pull. Maybe even a damage more to be done. Kraken sticks around, tries to stay alive. He doesn't need to fight. A retake is more than fine. Yuna wants more. He wants more, and he might honestly get it as he peeks in the front side of coffins. 1 bullet will be all that it takes. But Yuna 6, he's going to find one of his own deep CT AWP, not able at range to connect. Severe's not having a great go of it right now here on Inferno, but the player who is Reaper. Oh, a plan in front of side of the bomb site. Nublis has been waiting at Banana for all this time. Molotov to the new box, and now things are going to be One hell of a ride in the clutch for Unit 6. Molotov for Banana will at least give him a 1 versus 1 towards CT if he so pleases. If the swing from Reaper comes through, he's already so low. Trying to bait out a fight from Kraken as well. There's a chance that he finds this. In front of the Molotov is the first spray transfer into the second. He's on 1 HP. Surely not. RNG is a cruel, cruel mistress, excuse me. Let's, while I remember to. No. Yeah, okay. Then, tear that boy down, and then a little bit of that going. Yeah, a little bit of this. It's a little too tight still, a little too tight. Let's give it a little bit more of a gappy gap, and there you have it. Standard caster crosshair, boys. If you've ever wanted the most boring crosshair, but the most standard and basic one in the game, I think you're actually supposed to lower the alpha to 250, but yeah, we'll do that. Show other crosshairs. What do you mean, other, dude? I only have 2. Mine and that one. And Nico's / Zywoo's. I know those 2. I used to use those. Those are pretty good. Smoke's already coming out to the A-bomb site, though. Caught back by a Tech 9. Severe's dropped 3 versus 5. 3 versus 4, excuse me. And in the pit, he gets another one. How crazy is it the Reaper doesn't find at least 1 there up against a Tech 9, no less? 2 versus 4, and they're already going for the save. Maybe getting hunted a little bit there. Can we get the T crosshair? What do you mean the T? Oh, I don't even know how that one. Can you figure how that one works? I've been trying to get a T crosshair forever, bro. Show the player crosshairs. All right. How do I do that? Let's see. Yes, everyone. Show my crosshair on spectating bots. Yeah. All right, that's Kraken's. You also got to keep in mind they're probably playing on different resolutions. You know what? Let's wait. Let's wait until the round ends. That way we can go through them. We can cycle a little bit, have a little bit of fun. 6th rounds for Revel, now met by the first of DCYS as they see a convincing win in the A-bomb site. Very good openings from Z-Frank and Z-Franks. Who better? 2 guns being saved with a hell of a lot of money left in the bank from Revel. It should be no problem to invest into this round. All right, let's do it. All right, my mic was muted. Okay, cool, awesome. Well, you missed me getting a little upset. I was. The guy said, "Well." Dude, I don't know why, but every time I launch it, Streamlabs just resets the settings. You think that they'd not do that? I'm gonna start using OBS, I think, or learn OBS, because this is garbage. I was saying, don't snap your fingers at me. You don't have to be here. You can watch it on your own on GoTV. You don't have to sit here and snap your fingers at me. Mr. GH Freak 85. I don't live and breathe for you. I don't even live and breathe for me at this point, but neither do a lot of the players on this T side as Severe and Kraken find a double at the top of Banana. Jackro regroups and finds a 3rd kill, and it looks like they've got everything under control now. Well and truly a fast round under the rug. It's 40 seconds in, and Z-Franks is left to his own devices. Well, AWP in close range. Reaper hears that one, and ooh, looked like he might have wanted to keep going for it. Doesn't end up. There it is, Jackro. Picks up the sniper off of his lost teammate, gonna drop it over in just a moment, I can only assume, and 8-2, man. Another great showing. Well, AWP very fast towards the top of Banana. Zywoo looking from Z-Frank. Very, very fast. Not taking any damage, but taking a whole lot of it for himself. He grabs a quick kill. Another one maybe to be found on the other side of the smoke. Kraken's just dancing through, and they continue to spam. He's got to be sweating bullets right now, this guy. He's going to drop a molly in a second as it begins to fade, and it's a good one. It isolates the fight. It's only one player on the other end, 1 for 1, but that's really not all that great. A flashbang for another fight, though, but they've already pulled their way back. Nublus in the backlines grabs one, and now they're split between the bomb sites. 1 for 1, they've got to go, and it's 1 versus 1, and Kraken's already there. Fort Reaper finds a double, a much important double, and he's there to make it happen. 17 kills to 3 deaths. This is unreal from this guy. Someone get this man a liquid contract. They signed Shocks, but they should have looked at this man. What's the best flavor of Sour Patch Kid? What's your favorite flavor of Sour Patch Kid, more like, I guess? There is no best flavor, obviously, but... There are definitely wrong answers, that's all I'll say. This guy said red. It's a pretty decent answer. There is a wrong answer is really actually the truth. There is one singular wrong answer. Blue is definitely S tier, in my opinion. And y'all saying orange, you can get out, bro. I'm not having it. But Jacker goes through the Molotov. That madman, he's behind all these pistols. This could be a frag farm for him. Here's one at range. He gets it down to 6 HP, though. It's labored, and now he'll peel back. Be careful, because they're continuing their push forwards. A double smoke, maybe a little bit miscoordinated, maybe a little bit of a miscomm, but Jackro does eventually get away, and there's nobody available for that trade back. M4 at the top of mid, almost as labored as Jackro was with the MP9, and he loses out. The AWP may find one, but he's immediately down. 3 versus 2. Arch control gained, and Reaper's in a great spot to shut them both down. AWP missing his chance, and another double from him. The man himself nearing 20 kills in the first half, 10-2. And he's not stomping now, and this CT side has gotten him up to 20 kills before any of DCYS have even found 10. He has as many kills as the bottom 4 fraggers for DCYS combined. Nuts. Positioning is sublime. Now they've got pretty good arch control now, isolating Severe with that AWP. 5 AKs and a decent amount of utility even still. Great pick, dropping out of the balcony. Nubla steals with 127 as he attempts to continue his brute force his way forward into the site. Yes, this is the map pick of DCYS. See, Frank on his own takes a lot of damage from Nublis, who from the pit has done a lot of work in this round, even as is. Still a 4 versus 4, though. It's a dangerous territory for him. Waiting for a Molotov towards pit, maybe. Unit 26 still the only player with it. Flashbang overhead, though, and they're blind. A great shot for him, and it's a high-sensitivity frag if I've ever seen as he taps away on to get another. A nade goes wide, maybe even a 4th. Surely Nublis doesn't find the ace. It's Kraken who steals it right from under his nose on the other side of the hay bales, 11-2, and now everybody is chiming in with the multi-frags. Everybody is feeling it, except for the boys from DCYS. They are unable to get it started. A non-starter here on map number 2. Their pick in the second of the series, trying to close it out here and now. Reveler looking very convincing. That's a fact, Linkster. If you ever find that out, you're going to need to let me know. Especially the choice of cereal. Especially the choice of cereal. I need to know what he eats for breakfast. Great damage on a Severe early round at the top of mid, though. Down to 9 HP, make it 8. And Nublis is ready for this player who's just sprinting right up through a Molotov. Surely 127 doesn't just throw that away. And a nade off the wall. Z-Frank waiting for it to fade. And another one to go even further forward, and he's going to eat that one as well, down to 35. Reaper over top. Ooh, almost had to be torn off. Not quite, though. It looked like he was on it. Hashtag dope peak. Yeah, I could agree with that. Severe getting set up for a flashbang. Oh, Flick goes a little bit too far to the right now as they head back inside of the smoke. The damage that they had done seems to be nullified almost instantaneously as they lose their lives 1 by 1. 2 have fallen. And with 3 left standing, they know that at least 2 are towards the top of B. 16-13, Revel 1, map number 1. Revel are victorious. Of a French better son. Wow. That's a story. Thank you for lose. Taking in the Molotov. Smoke and a flash in their face. Another Molotov deployed even still. Jackro is so safe right now. 25 seconds left. They're going to be making their way into a bomb site with nothing to play for. They find Severe. Jackro, the next up at bat. He'll be an easy target if they can isolate the fights 1 versus 1. And Kraken goes down as well. Jackro, please. You're going to have to find something here. And he does find that one. Antsy onto the second, but he pulls it back. The headshot is good. 10 seconds. Bomb drop. Nothing for Z Franks in this round now. He's got to find the frag and plant the bomb. And Jackro won't let that happen. USP pulled. Damage done. And Nublis puts the final nail on the coffin. 12-12 as we enter the last round of this first half. Revel are well and truly in the driver's seat, and Inferno is burst into flames for the side of DCYS. A dumpster fire, if you would. Oh no, cringe! Winning pick found by Severe. Reaper actually does get another one. Almost dry peeking into them now, giving them these fights again. Kraken gets his. Farg next up at bat. No smoke, no flash, no trade. Last player left standing is Unit 127 over at Archway. One frag is a consolation. Nublis gets a flashbang to peek in wide over at Archway. Easiest kill of his life. 13-2. The half is a wipe. And we go into the next 3 rounds is the difference between Revel and closing this one out 2-0. And the difference between DCYS and even making it to overtime is 13. See how they make it through. I feel like you don't make it to the main upper bracket finals by tilt buying. But that could just be me. Okay, Tony, I'm going to sleep since this game's over. I'll send you snaps. You better, bro. I gotta make a separate snap for all my online friends so they can send me weird shit without anybody thinking anything of it. Pistol round number 2 of map number 2, and utility bought up by Revel this time around, on the contrary to what DCYS have been slanging out in the last. Flashbangs and smokes go through, and now they're going to have to pull back into the site and go for fights. Z-Frank and Yuna are the ones to hold deep into CT. The shots try and rain through. Z-Frank's blind, though, and the ramp is good. The shots are better from Farg. Only one, but he's got teammates there to support, and he's gotten them all. Auto director, pick one player, please. A trade from Reaper, perhaps a second. Surely he doesn't figure this out all on his own again. Now in a clutch is Jackro and 1-2-6, so the triple finds them their third. Maybe down, but I guess not entirely out of it. Comeback starts now, perhaps? Question mark? Exclamation point? Dash symbol? Uppercase P? With 2 SMGs, DCYS look to farm up some of that cash money up against just pistols. Revel trying to buy up in that next. Deep down through mid, it's the M4 that does decent chip damage, and a double fight would be best. Not just one player being dinked down very low. It's 3 from 1-2-6 again, but Z-Frank's there to support, and only one player left standing with only a Tech 9. Reaper's already evaded them and made his way around the back lines. Low HP onto the player under the porch, and they're just going to be running him down, but he's going to be absolutely trampled and land, as they do manage to close it out pretty quickly. The T-side wanted to get right into the next buy. Go next. Go next. 5 AKs. Playing up against a rather broke back buy from the CT side. Even still, if they're to lose this one out, they're playing up against a wall in terms of the money. in terms of the firepower, in terms of the rounds, in terms of pretty much everything that they could possibly expect to. Nate goes down through mid, soaring, top of Kraken, taking a little bit of Molotov damage towards Banana before he backs away for just a moment, but now they get to take their control slow and steady, wins the race. The utility that they have will be expended slowly but surely, and now they gain all the control that they could possibly need. Apps is theirs, 2 players over there. Still 5 smokes to play with, but only 2 flashbangs. And one of them looks like it's about to be used from Jackro, actually, as it's tossed towards the top side of the car. And now they've really got to be playing safe with this one. Nade towards car even still. Not going to do a whole lot. It's a thought that counts. And now the T's literally only have enough to go for a fake and an execute. A fake with smokes and a straight-up execute to follow if they so please. Unless they want to play for the post-plant with smokes, which would probably be for the best. We'll see what they decide to do. Bomb pick back up. Noobless regrouping. Great way to get things through with only 4 players. Or 2 players, gosh, excuse me, up the B-bomb site. Both of which with SMGs. Farg and Z-Frank have it all to do, and this could be bad news bears. And I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about the catchphrase. The figure of speech, if you will. Smoke over to Coffins, flashbangs ahead, and that one flashbang was enough to force Z-Frank into first oranges, but it's good enough to have a player fight inside of a smoke. Farg finishes the job that Molotov had started. Noobless on low HP as well, dancing back and forth between the site. Farg finds a second and even a third. And now it's all into the hands of Severe, and it was a great recovery there from the CT side at the end of it all. The execution is an absolute flop. No extra flashbangs, no extra manpower, and the Molotovs are great. You think that they would have enough to extinguish them, but instead, it's a run over from the CTs who buy back into this one. And once again on the back foot, Rebel now losing down another round makes this 13-5. Nameless? Who the heck is Nameless? Oh, the Nameless team. Whoa, nice from Farg. 1, 2, 3, and 4 all lined up, knocking at your door, and Kraken is not so far off. He's actually just decided he's going to leave. He doesn't really want to come in, but no, I insist. Come on. Come have a party. Nameless the team, I forgot about that. Yeah, the CT side economy is definitely rolling, but if they lose this one out, Rebel might be able to string them together to close it out, or maybe even just do damage and lose at that point. A lot of flashbangs for Banana Fights, not going to grant them a thing. Nice molly from Reaper for under porch. Very great utility usage from them now as they head up towards the top side of A. Nobody's going to be fighting them at brackets just yet. Z-Frank over at Archway is going to see a whole hell of a lot of bullets, though. This is the upper bracket final. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so semis. Yeah, semis, technically, I guess. Technically speaking. Z-Frank still holding on for dear life, and Jackro on the other end. Noobless just close by enough to trade, and there's nobody here to support him for the fight, but there are 3 players stacked inside of the bomb site. And here they come. They make their way around, and they seem to second-guess themselves for a moment as they wrap back towards the A-bomb site from the other end. 30 seconds left. They don't have a whole lot of utility to get it through, but the SMG... The SMG, I thought it was an SMG. It looked like one, but no. Jackro falls to an AK. A fake execution at B, and the rotation is not going to be pulled. Oh, and the shots aren't really there either. Severe may find one. His teammates are being tagged up side by side. He can only trade so much. Farg finds another 4K, doing his best Reaper impression on his CT side. 7-13. And maybe there's a way back into this for DCYS. In Europe, Maine better than ESEA. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just saying I legitimately haven't seen it. That's what I'm saying. Not that it's not true. I just legitimately have not seen it. A lot of the players here have HLTV profiles as well, but it doesn't really matter. Scout, only weapon being carried over there into this round that isn't a pistol. Bing Bong fears here. 4v4 ensues, and the weapons still favor the CT side well and truly all the way through. The utility is just as good as well, but it's starting to dwindle for both sides. It's going to be all aim duels. Flashbangs go through. Far turning from the flash. There it is, trying to fall away after the AKs, and Deagle does just as good to try and drop him, and he does very well to do so. Nice shots to finish it off with that P2. 3 players being dropped on that round is still a little bit dangerous, as well as a bomb plant for the T side. Their buy is going to be super good in that next, but the CT side are going to be ready for it. They seem to be handling it very well at this stage, and pretty good all the way through now. All I'm saying, dude, is that I caught one playoff IM EU team that made main, and dude, I've never seen Counter-Strike like that in my life. I don't even know what to make of it. At any level. It was absolutely wild. It's just some of the most odd-paced Counter-Strike, to be completely honest. We actually casted them here for LCA, so that's pretty dope. Time's coming to a standstill for both teams, really, at this stage. ZFranks has been taken down very low, and the map control has been given to the T side well and truly. Brackets and apps is all theirs. Escape is new to CS. Yeah, dude, you'll learn a lot, bro. I'm sure. Maybe make advanced someday. Stick with me and you'll make it, I promise. Maybe change your name. Perhaps. Tony, you running open or what? I don't know, dude. Are we? What is that? Is that an invite? What is that? I just want to play League CS so bad. I hate pugging. I've lost 9 of the last 10 pugs, and like all of them are like 6, 7, 8 R-dubs. It's so obnoxious. But not to rant here. This is not the place to rant. This is the place where you came to watch good Counter-Strike. And here we see 20 seconds left. A rotation back to A. And that's going to be giving them just the right amount of timing into the bomb site that they need. Kraken and Jagro both find one, actually. The CT side not able to find even one on their B bomb site hold. Should have been somewhat ready for it at that stage, that late in the game. And now the smoke's going to begin to fade, and ZFranks has to find something severe on the other end. Almost losing his life through the smoke. Not quite. Very nearly. No, so many opportunities. It looked like he had him in a 2 versus 4. The HP is so very low for both players. It looks like it's going to be playing for some sort of an exit. Now ZFrank's trying to get away as best as he can. Low HP on him. A Jiggle Peek's going to be lost as he tries to shoot between the shoulders. 14-8. Finally, Revel managed to find Brown on the board on this second half, really on their T side. They scrounge it together with 4 players alive, no less. It's going to be a nice victory for them to take these last 2 if they can consecutively do that. If they can find this 1, it should be a lot easier. Tony, you never pug with me. Dude, I'll pug with you. Just boost me, man. I need teammates who calm. That's what I need, bro. Every ESCA pug I play, I either get a lever, a 30-year-old who yells at us because we're all young and bad, I guess, or a person without a mic. Like the other day, I was playing Dust 2, right? Most obnoxious thing that's ever happened to me in CSGO is that my mid player has no mic and then leaves and stacks the A bomb site when we're on a full buy, and I'm left on the B bomb site with an MP9 and a flash. Like, what? Age discrimination? There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that why? Oh, I mean, I guess they're the ones age discriminating at that point. To be honest, they come into my pug and then tell me how young I am and inexperienced and dumb. Dog, it's not my fault. It's not my fault, dude. What do you want me to do? Grow? What elo do you play? Like on ESCA I was B+. Now I'm like 1 game out of C+. On Face It I was level 9 and I think I'm grinding back to level 8 now. Team CS is just so much more fun. Just like this. This is why I love to cast. You like to see good Team CS, everyone playing reactively off of one another. The comms are all there. Everyone's playing so fluidly. And you can see now as top banana control is taken, everybody's on the same page with it, and Sphere can now back away that he's done his job. Team CS is definitely more stressful, I agree. But, no, actually, no, I disagree. I disagree entirely. I feel like I'm worrying about so much more in Pugs than I am in Team CS, because in Team CS, at least I know that my teammates are competent. Like, I chose to play with these people kind of a thing, you know? Tell me that after a grand final, okay? I've played on LAN, dude. I know what stress is like. To some extent. I'm not just playing poopy level players here. I'm playing against the best, like Jackro, Kraken S, Severe, Reaper, Nublis. Quite literally them. And they're nuts on LAN too. They're pretty good players all the way through. And here they are in main in the upper bracket finals, and they've gotten that one. Trade 1-for-1 is not going to be enough because they've already lost another player. Z-Frank in the back of the bomb site gets a flashbang from a teammate. AWP allowed to peek with 10 seconds left, and the bomb's dropped. He's going to have so many more opportunities to get this done as they try and rush the issue. A blind player in the back tries the P250. That works well, and Z-Frank's on the other side of Coffin swings on through to find them that 9th round. Tony, how did you play on LAN? North Brunswick, Fragadelphia. About 2.5 months ago, I think. 2 months ago. Pretty sick LAN. Pretty well held. I liked it a lot. Everybody was great. Loved seeing all the players that I usually only see the names of. I saw Subarashi and Gank 88's team, and I didn't realize that they spoke, I think, Chinese? I think? Mandarin? I don't know. I think something along those lines somebody had told me, and that was crazy. That was really crazy to hear. Nublis at the front side of mid finds a kill. Auto Director doesn't like it, so I'm switching to Z-Franks to get it myself. Over at lane 127 is going to have a whole lot to deal with, but a player with a Molotov hold, he misses the chance on, not wide enough, and now they're really caught between a rock and a hard place. Z-Franks holding his palace, does a great job of it. Yuna gets one of his own, trying to figure it out from side to side. They both find a double. A triple on Z-Franks and 10 rounds on the board and no money in the bank for at least one of these players on Revel. If they break their backs now, there's no telling how close this may get. How well, though? I played pretty well. Honest and truthfully, I was a 75 ADR player, and I tied a team that was a main and advanced mix. It was either a full main team or a main and advanced mix. I genuinely don't remember, but we tied them on Nuke, and I played pretty hot. I think I was like 75 ADR for main to premier players I was playing against. So, you know, I mean, on LAN, I was expected to play better. Most players are, I guess, to some extent. I play on a laptop, so having a 240 hertz monitor with like 800 frames and the sickest stuff of my life, it's pretty nice. You love to go on LAN. If you ever have the chance to go to one of your local LANs, I highly recommend that you do it so long as you're doing it safely in a nice environment. Preferably, probably when COVID dies down, but whenever you get that chance next, I definitely recommend that you take it, even if you're terrible. Even if you're terrible. Severe not having a great go of it on the op right now, but he started to pick it up slowly but surely. He's had a couple of good rounds back-to-back now. He's up to 11 kills, pulling himself in. 5 AK-47s in this round. Nope. Doesn't seem like they wanted to go for it. They actually couldn't really afford it. COVID ain't gonna go, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean. Caster's self-promoting? How am I self-promoting? How does that even work? Go check out my Twitter. Go check out my Twitch channel, guys. My YouTube. I just posted a new highlight video of me casting. AWP at the side of mid has a very tight angle there, and it's a great kill on Anublis. He wasn't ready for that at all. Tight as they can get. AWP over to Archway's half line, though, and Reaper's got a great spray onto him. Not going to finish the job, though, and it's a mowdown inside of the site. Jackro, what more can you do, man? 11-14, and Revel are running into a wall. Hey, Tony, I think it would be a really good CSGO caster. You should try it sometime. Get out of here, Lucky AM, before I ban you. Although you a beast caster for communicating with chat. Yeah, I try, bro. No, don't ban him. That's my friend Andrew. Don't ban him, please. We like him. It's my boy. If you don't communicate with chat, what fun is there, you know? I like to have a little bit of fun with it. Until I'm up at the top level in, let's say, like a year and a half. That's my projection. What are we going to say? I'm casting a major grand final in a year and a half now. I'll do my best Seikist impression. Dude, he just said I sound like Say. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's nuts. I will sub if you sing the first verse of WAP. Shut up, Blessa. Oh no. 14 to 11 through the smoke far. Great kill there. Damage onto the next as well, and the nade finishes the job. Jackrow's not so far off that one either. I will not sing WAP, not on this channel, bro. I know you like that. That's great. Tony, why are they throwing? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. They're honestly, this is honestly not too uncharacteristic of Revel on their T side of Inferno. I feel like sometimes they just get off to a really slow start. Sometimes they can't really figure that out. And it seems that this is just another one of those cases. A 2 versus 4 AWP in the back of the site at the very least from Severe may be able to get something done. But Jacker on a Tech 9, that's not going to be a great look for him. And as that frag is found, Severe is done for. Tech 9 at that range, my friend, very difficult to call through. A team ace, 12 to 14. I have a Twitch Prime waiting for you on your Twitch. Blessa, no, dude. I can't. Not here. I can't do that here, bro. Someday. Maybe. I'm not doing it, Blessa. I'm not. It's not happening. You might be able to seduce me over on my channel, bro, but not here. This is not my domain. The people do want it. They're looking to. I'm actually talking into the admins too right now, and they're looking into getting your account revoked of all of its ESCA privileges in the next couple of days. So I'd definitely be on the lookout for that. Double op setup. Z-Franks and Z-Frank. Probably no better pairing to do it. I wonder if they're related. They're super tight friends, or they're related maybe. That'd be pretty dope. There's 2 pairs of that, so I wonder what the story is behind that. Sexual misconduct is what we're getting you banned for, JSP, so watch it. Molotov to the top of the corner. Severe does his job once more on that AWP, supporting his teammates to get farther and farther in. And now, maybe they have an opportunity to get something done. It's only these 2 players here, no rotation just yet, and they've got a lot of utility to get farther forwards. So long as they don't dry peek into Z-Frank, this should be their way in. Molotovs are finally through, and they isolate both of these players. Farg has a nade out. Perfect timing. Everything falls right into place for them at the last minute, and now Z-Frank, isolated by a smoke's gonna maybe have to take some pop shots if he hopes to get anything done here. Nublis on the other side of the coffins, tagged down to 5. Everyone's feeling a little bit under the weather now on this T side, although they have a man advantage. It's a lot of weak players at this stage. Shakro and Nublis down very low. Reaper's not too low, but he's definitely tagged up just enough for that A1S to do the dink damage, and here they come with the fight. Severe's going for a wide swing, and they find both frags. Unifies 2. Trades go evenly, and Reaper finds 2 of his own as well. They line up for both squads. It's only the T side who go one better, and Z-Frank in the clutch. What more can you do, my friend? Back of the bomb site. GoTV switches to the wrong player, and 15 to 12, map, match, and series point. Finals point for Rebel. GoTV worst observer. I need production, honestly. I need a straight up production team on this thing. GoTV is trash, so I usually go by myself, but GoTV tends to catch it better than me anyway, and it just means less work, and I'm lazy and fat. I'm not fat. I could be, and you would never know until you met me on land, and then I towered over you at 5'9". Molotov into the cubby. Z-Franks is ready for it, though. He's posted on it, takes a second to hold and see if anybody gives him a peek that he requires. A flashbang ahead, even still to reaggress, and Reaper's got to be careful in the back as he turns his attention. He's caught by the wall, just barely 100 damage. All of it done. Right where he needs it to be. Bro, your mouse is so greasy. Very true. Z-Frank in the bomb site's very blind, but he's got his teammates there in support. Bark finds one. Z-Frank with one of his own and doubles down half blind. Severe left to his own devices on the other end of the smoke with only his op and his wits about him. Surely not a knife kill. Oh my. That's a severe tilter. No pun and no pun intended. That is a massive severe tilter. Now Revel have to play for that match point in the next round. They're going to be investing as much as they can into the 29th. Now things are going south well and truly, and the nades do it again. It's Fark who gets it done. A third in his pocket. Z-Frank may take it, but the two AKs are all that's left. Reaper and Nublis, the two players you might want in the situation, should that be the case, but Reaper finds another, going for his third, but he's already got a player ready and waiting for him. Reload comes through, and he's already so far ahead, it's an easy frag. And the last round before we enter overtime. Definitely unexpected. Definitely unexpected. Now the match is paused. I honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say as to what they could swing out here. If they haven't already done it, then when? Because now we've got the 5v5 with the double op setup from the CTs again. Both of the Franks showing up here on Inferno at the end of the CT half. Reaper's already hit 30 in reg. The T's have all of the map control they can use. It just seems that they're pathing into the bomb sites and their reactivity to the flashbangs and counter utility from the CTs is just not good enough. I genuinely think they need to start going for some kinds of fakes. I mean, the B bomb site works for them every time that they get there. It's just closing it out from then on. And here it is. They're going to try it once again. I don't blame them. It's their best course. And now they've got no rotation from the A-bomb site again. The back of the bomb site op is more than good enough. The top boost has not yet been spotted. Fark's good for one. A second. The AWP still stays alive, and they're not able to trade out. This is going all the way south. And it seems that Revel have actually managed to throw a 13-2 half to bring us to 15-15 in overtime. That is crazy. Whoa. We've made it this far. If they don't close it out now, DCYS, then I'm not really sure when. Is JSP still here? Revel owner, you say, huh? Revel owner, Revel owner, Revel owner, Revel owner. Owner of Revel. Person who owns the brand of Revel. Oh, Jackro? 13-2, actually, yeah. Yes, sir. Homer Caster. Yeah. Yeah, so we've managed to make it this deep into the game at overtime now. Nova is the stupid, dumb curse that's brought this upon us. Thanks, bro. Shame. And here we are, double up setup, still firing off on all cylinders. They've got no reason to stop running it. It's doing them a whole lot of good. Severe has one of his own in his hands, trying to get that activated here now. They need picks is what they need. This T side just needs frags. They honestly just can't get into these bomb sites. It's honestly a travesty that 5 players on this T side can't deal with 2 in this B bomb site hold. It's a shutdown, really. No stupid dumb curse. Fuck. Here they are with banana control again. Barely any utility used. They've surely caught on to the fact by now that the B-bomb site hold is passive as anything, and they manage to shut it down time and time again, but here come all 5. We'll see if they're any better for it. They've got to play for every contingency. Boosted up once again is Farg. Back of the bomb site with the AWP is Z-Frank, same as last. Flashbang into his face. And we'll see how things pan out now. Molotov, though. Uh-oh. Doing my best awake impression. Now they continue their walk in. They make the AWP their first point of contact for a moment. Z-Frank in the back of the bomb site finds his one. Farg with another, and that is going to be it. That is how it should be done. 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. Everyone gets their 1, and now Severe at the top finds his frag as he looks to be spammed down. It's no success from his teammates. Z-Frank falls, and now things are looking great, as the retake is going to be a very painful one. Now they find this. It goes deep, great damage onto Severe. The retake's still going to be very difficult, though. Molotov on a Dark, though, is going to force them out inside of the coffins. They sit inside of a smoke. Jackrow burns to a crisp. 2 versus 2. Reaper's been spotted. Nobody peeking from CT. The AWP does, though, and low HP player is not going to need his... Severe goes big on 4. The AWP comes to life. His first 4 kills in a long time. His first multi-frag in a long time, excuse me. Right when they needed him most, especially now in overtime where they know that their CT side is just as formidable as their opponents. Both sides finding 13-2 halves on their CT, keeping in mind. I can't wait for that McChicken, man. Not the McChicken, the Chicken Deluxe. Oof, that's going to hit so hard. Immediately after this, I'm going out and getting it, even though it's midnight. This is map number 2. Beanie Hut. Oh my gosh, Beanie Hut, I know you. I played with you in a retake the other day, and I forgot that you were on Davenport. Your name is super cool, and I just don't remember it. Sorry, man. Smoke to the banana. Once this begins to fade, they head out over to A, and there are 3 players still residing there. A change of pace, and now the CTs may realize that is going to be the name of the game. If the Ts are not executing onto A that early on, it seems that they always make their way on the other side. Unit trying to do something about it, drops the bomb. Kraken's next up, but he loses his as well. Severe still around, and Nublis in the back of the head takes his... The bomb can be planted. Great utility still for this T side, and honestly, this post plant's not impossible in the slightest if they just manage their angles well enough. They actually switch to where I would have them. I would have the open pit right now. This is a very, very weird setup in my opinion, but I hope that Severe can get something done with it because he's the player inside of the bomb site with the off, and now he's the only player inside of the bomb site, and he's got run down by the AWP player who finds one and pulls the P250. It's all that he'll need to finish the job. The A-bomb site plant's good and all, but the round win would be even better, and it's DCYS are the ones who take it over the line in round number 2 of overtime number 1. It is Inferno, that's true. It's very true. Yuna127 is 2-2? What a dog crap player, bro. What a trash player, man. He's only got 2 kills. Bader. 2 deaths. Bader. Once again, they leave only 1 player towards the top of B now. They don't hear anything, and they see no utility coming their way, so it's a very easy read. I have to say that time and time again, because it is a very easy read, and they're giving it to them. Hands in their pockets in the A bomb site. Nublis is the first to entry, and he does find that first frag. AWP, he had to spot the player on the shoulder on the left side of the site? What? That's a 4-3 moment. That's a 4-3 moment from Severe. It's something had to have happened that he doesn't spot the shoulder there through his zoom. But Reaper has the side of lane, and it's Z-Franks who fires off again. Severe. He's got to do it on his own. He loses that on the duel. I don't know what you really want me to do about that, Senor Jordy, but I don't think I'd be doing you very much better because I don't know who's going to die and who's going to kill who next, so... Hands in the air emoji. Sorry, man. I don't have the focus to be casting and looking around the map for players to lock onto, to be honest. All of my attention is on you and the game. 16-17, definitely not the worst it could have been. They could have not won a single T-side round in that whole thing, and now their CT side is where they can come to life with Severe finally feeling it on the op. Maybe we can spot him making his way around the map, maneuvering as he may please, because these last two players to ready up are going to do it soon enough. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, man. Tony, what's your Twitch? YNOT 1009. If you guys, it's kind of a self-plug, I guess, but if you guys do want to pop out, I will be streaming a little bit of the Mafia Definitive Edition series starting, I believe, on Friday at 7:30 Eastern. If you want to pop out and hang out and just have a good time, my webcam will be on. You'll see how fat I am. Mafia, how fitting. Isn't it? It's a game I've been meaning to get around to, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun if I've got some people to interact with and listen to me just scream and yell at how awful I am at playing video games. I might use a controller. I'm not sure yet. I don't know really. I think the best way of doing it is a controller. But I want to use the guns with the mouse and keyboard, though. That sounds like a lot of fun. Setting my alarm? This guy's a legend. It's why not time? It's why not time? Jedi Fallen Order is free? Where? What? Big and Tall Matt had recommended that to me. So if I can cop that for free... Twitch Prime. Mafia is the game where you say doubt, right? No, that's LA Noire, I think. I think the game is LA Noire you're thinking of. You're like a detective in that game, and you go around like reading people's facial expressions and the words that they say to try and deduce who did what and who's the killer in which scenario. It's pretty dope. That's a pretty good game too, but it's a little bit slower paced, a little bit more boring, story driven, which I'm into, but not a lot of other people are, which is understandable. But here we go. No way you're trying to send clips? No way you're trying to send clips from my channel? Now I'm gonna watch the clip while I cast. 5v5 even still. Oh, there it is. Nice. You're never getting that one through, pal. Firewalled. Banana control once again is theirs. No challenge. The script is flipped, and now on the CT side, they've gotten good damage onto Farg. He usually eats a brunt of the nade damage towards Banana, and this time is no different. Jackro ready to retake from Banana now, but he's not actually going to go for it. But the Molotov's going to force them ahead. Flashbangs go forward. Kraken's ready for the fight, and it's an easy one for him to win. 16 bullets. Why are you reloading? Oh my gosh, that was scary. If he got swung on just a little bit harder there, or maybe stayed where he was. A player jumps inside of the smoke. Jackro calming his spray now. Has to be careful in the back of the bomb site. He loses his life through the smoke. Damage may be done, but the bomb now can be planted. Go, nice deep nade right onto the head, and Kraken finishes what he started a moment ago. Flashbangs fly their way ahead and forwards and in. See, Frank's in a great position to maybe line up two here. He's got such great support from the back of the bomb site as well. But it's not enough, and Yuna drops and Saphir finds the last. It's a triple from Kraken on the B-bomb site hold. Although Jackro may not find one, he does a great job of just stalling as long as he can in the back to stay alive and wait for his teammates to make their way back. 17-17, and now things get serious. Blessed just starts going one by one to each person's whispers and dropping that clip. There is no coach. That's what they're looking for. Oh, AWP, quick shot on Anubis, and Reaper catches one walking right through a smoke in the apartments. That might be a little bit of a misplay there, but a 1-for-1 is pretty decent, I guess. Damage done onto a couple of these players, even still back and forth they go. Top of mid brackets controls theirs, and Severe wants more. He wants a peek, other side of the molly, and he's going to use that to his advantage. They've already peeled back. Excuse me. And with a minute, just under a minute out of 50 seconds left in the round, a rotation back to B from Kraken, who peeled away for just a moment to check things out over at A, is ready and waiting for this to come through, and a great flashbang from Jackro could mean the world. A flashbang for him to make his way around actually to the pillar could be even better though, and here comes Jackro's activation. With such little time left, first player fights in, and Jackro's fighting dry. Thought he would have hid behind the pillar, just waiting to see if they walked in, but not quite. 3 versus 3. Now bomb can go down. Not sure how fast they want to take this one. Kraken's the first one here, and he won't spot anybody until he rounds the bend, but it's Banana he's got to worry about first and foremost, but it looks like the CTs are almost close to a loss by formality of time. Severe on the op, great connection on the Farg, back of the bomb site still, and Kraken's got another, but C-Frank is here for a second, and maybe even the third. Severe's got a wide swing. He's got to go so much wider than that, and he's not going to be able to. A 4K from the back of the site, an 18 to 17. This could be map number 3. And it's already super late for this. Fighting dry, we'll get that guy a drink. I like this guy. I like you now, GH Freak. I didn't like you at one point, but now you've come around. I'm about to need a drink at this stage, man. This is getting to be quite the war. The battles may have been lost at one point or another, but you know what they say about battles. A lot of deaths. You love me. You really love me. Reminds me of the Tobey Maguire quote from the Spider-Man movies. They love me. They really love me. Good films, good films. Either way, we go late, and you like to see this from the T side of DCYS. They take it a lot slower, and this is a great change of pace from what we saw, excuse me, from their T side on Vertigo. Really well done to rein themselves back in, keep themselves focused and motivated on the round at hand, and now as they execute towards the A-bomb site with 4 of their players, they peel back towards A with a nade from Yuna. The fake has been had, and this should be very readable from the CT side to some extent. Jackra's going to drop the retake smoke, and now a Molotov as well, but that's not going to be good for this T side in the slightest because one of these players is already too far isolated. He's going to be going in all on his own. Jackra with the op in the back of the bomb site gets a flashbang. Quick peek, but he's got to get out of dodge and stay alive. Oh my. Oh my. Well, Kraken's still here to pick up the pieces should he have to. He gets a good timing onto it. Bomb planner jumps around the corner with 36 HP. Not a great fight to take with Kraken on the case. He's gotten 3. And that's going to bring us to overtime number 2 with a heroic play. Dude, I thought for sure, Ski, that when Jackro gets here and he gets a flashbang from his teammate and misses, that he drops here or there or something? Or I don't know, but poor guy. Minus Jackro plus caster? I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But they could use a coach. Maybe that'll help out a lot in those kinds of situations to have some sort of a protocol for when things go down like that. You know my line, Jackro. When you watch this VOD, you know. Hit my line. Still taking offers. Before my casting career kicks off. Or dies out. I would give a big massage. Massive massage, even. Everyone loves a good massage. They have a coach. They're trialing one. Got it. Don't ooh, dude, leaks? Leaks? Are we leaking right now? The word protocol is banned worldwide. Who did that? Who banned it? Who banned that? I'd love to. I need a coach. I'll be your coach, man. I'll coach you to, maybe Pro League, if you've got what it takes. Who knows? Overtime number 2 of map number 2. It's the map 2s. We'll see if you can close it out in this one, though, or if we'll go to a third, because there's no telling who can take this over the line at this stage. Everybody's game at the final juncture. The CT side of Rebel still in their favor, still in their hands. 50 mil. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me message them and tell them to fix the game the other way. That's a lot of money. Wait. Oh, my bad. Did I just spoil it? I'm just kidding. LOL, do you actually do personal coaching? I mean, I don't, but I would in the right circumstance. Kraken. Good damage, but gets a lot of damage done to him just the same. He gets around the bend and into their spawn. Is this Tony? Of course it is, man. AK picked up. And now, Kraken's made it look easy as he swings back into the A-bomb site. He does all that's required. But now they've regrouped back at B4. Players here, map control over at A. Brackets control not known to the CT side. They can't really afford to gain it back with only 4 flashbangs. And now, things get dangerous. Incredibly dangerous. There's Severe, who catches one on the AWP. We love to see that great connection onto the head of the next, who peeks him wide, and this is going to be a tall task for him to find another. Surely, if they walk into him, perhaps a flashbang, and he's gotten the third, maybe even the fourth, then you know that he's got it. Severe all day long, and the B-bomb site stands tall. His best Stewie impression. The major may not be, but main and upper bracket finals. There it is. Wait, Griff. Is this like Griffin? Wait, what kind of, wait, hold on. Hold on. Is this Griff like Griffin? Because I know that one. I know him. Nah? Oh, you're just your own. I mean, yeah. Listen, if you're actually serious and you do want to do some personal coaching, then maybe I can pull you aside. I don't know what kind of a role that you play or what you would like to play, but maybe we could figure that out together, boss. Perhaps. So send me a little bit of a whisper, because Severe, he's the off whisper at this point. Riddling these players with bullets as he finds them curving. Great connections there. And now they kind of have to reset this T side and figure out where they want to go with it, because their utility is beginning to dwindle once more. They've only gotten a certain amount of smokes. They only have a 1 smoke to play with now at this point to make their way into one of these bomb sites, and a flashbang to go forward. Severe still holding on to lane. I'm not sure if that was as intended. All cool. Great on the first. He's going in for even another as he zooms back in. No flashbang available for the peak, but he's got a teammate at deep. Reaper drops the smoke onto his own body and peeks over top as well. It'll extinguish that Molotov well and truly, and it's an easy pick for Nublis as they swing right into his crosshair. Farg, what more can you do in a clutch like this? Netcode guides, oh my gosh, ew. Reaper with a one-way of sorts is always good for a frag like that. A double from the pit. 36th kill. He might have gotten a little bit quiet towards the overtime side of the game, but he's coming back online now when he needs it most. Stops go. I think you're thinking of the War Owl? It's close to netcode guides, I guess. Not too far away in terms of timing in the world of Counter-Strike. Flashbangs ahead for Banana Control. They're not exactly going to grab it. They're just baiting out the utility from the top of Banana Mollies and Nades, as is protocol, like we were saying before. But Yuna, he catches a player off guard with the AWP. Not quite ready for that one, and Reaper can't trade. Nublis tries to do it himself, but Z-Franks is ready for it. What a great reactionary play. He realizes that there's probably going to be a player trying to do something, but Reaper, he's going to catch them in the back. One to be found, and now he's gotten maybe the ability to get another. The Smoke Demon strikes again. Oh, and Reaper, he's going to try and delay as much as he can, and he's doing a great job of it. If he dies, it's not that big of a deal, but he'd like to stay alive for the longest time. Molotov into the site. Jackro with a flashbang could make this a little bit more believable, but Kraken's kind of already too close for that to be the case, I guess. Smoke on top of himself. Farg has to be ready for Reaper, who's up ahead. Flashbang goes high, and that's going to be a very difficult way back into this one now for the CT side. Frags have to come in thick and fast, and they've got to do it now. Kraken the first. Spots the player on top of the box. Frags him. Jackro gets one of his own, and now Farg in a clutch. He's got to do it on his own inside of the pit with the smoke to dance around. Low HP onto one. Tapping on top of the bomb. Jackro's got to die, and he does. But it's a 1 versus 1, and with the bomb being diffused inside of the smoke, a ninja. And Kraken's the one to pull it through 21 to 18, a flawless half in overtime number 2 on the CT side. Just 1 round for Revel to win this out. And God, save my voice. Please. I kind of want to grab a glass of eggnog here, but I can't. I can't do it. I can't bring myself, guys. It's too far. Aw, I got a whisper from DC Reaper, and it's a little heart. Oh, I love that guy. Last 2 players already are Kraken and none other than Reaper himself. Man on a mission. You just spoiled then? No, no. It was old. It was old. I swear it was old. I swear. I swear it was old. Dude, don't do this. He's lying. I'm not lying. Get his ass, Razzo. Oh, man. Oh, my God. This is fun. This is one of the more fun chats I've had in quite some time. A lot easier to interact with, and I want to see this game here and now come to its inevitable conclusion in a map that should have ended 13 rounds ago. It feels like Revel now on their T side. They're less favored of the 2, have to win 1 out of the next 3 instead of going into overtime number 3. So, let's see how it pans out. AWP for Severe. Not afraid to wield that big green once again. He's got the confidence of it all after that CT side. His frags have skyrocketed. We can't see it right now, but man's gotten like 16 or 17 kills in the last couple of overtimes. And here they go, passing to the A-bomb site. And this is actually one of the best opportunities I think that they've had in quite some time. Nublis taps down the first player from the pit. He's going to be traded out effectively as well, but it's a 2 versus 3. If they can frag the player inside of the bomb site, it shouldn't be a problem. Smoke on top of his body, though, and Kraken with the spam is going to do it. That's awesome. That's incredible. Stellar, even. Oh, no. Severe caught out in the open, though, and his teammate's been dealt with. This is something we've seen before. Ooh, but this could be a great angle from Severe if he goes into Graveyard. If he spots the player on top of the bomb, he might be able to win it here and now on his own, and he's done it! I just woke up my entire household, I think, and I hope it was worth it, because we win here. Revel are victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0. Revel do take map number 1 and 2 after a long and arduous battle. We finally take it over the line. I now have to open Discord so we can catch an interview with none and the one and only Jackro. Dude, I didn't spoil it. I did not spoil it. I swear to God. I've not intentionally anyway. It wasn't from him. All right, here it is. Here's the man himself. In-game leader, secondary opper, B-bomb site holder, Jackro.
What's poppin'?
Not a lot. I mean, And there's some pretty obvious questions to be had, I feel like, but there's a couple other ones we can start off with. So number one, Vertigo. You guys were kind of rolling them at one point or another, and you continued that form. And on T side, did you start feeling like they were tilt buying and tilt playing? Because it really did look like they were just kind of running into your bomb sites without any utility, dry peeking.
Oh yeah. First off, I want to say I turned 22 like 8 minutes ago. So let's
Happy
go.
birthday to
It's my
Jackro. I'm the first
birthday.
one to do it out of this chat, I think.
Now
Hopefully,
let's
maybe.
go. Let's go. But dude, I think I'll just start off with the Vertigo. I think we were kind of ego peeking them a lot. Like we threw that like 5v1 early on because like we were just like these guys are bad. Like they literally just don't know how to do anything. Like they didn't know how to play CT side Vertigo at all. Like the only rounds we lost are the ones we threw. Like we threw clutch scenarios. And then on CT we kind of got nervous because we were throwing those rounds and we decided to like play back to be like, okay, let's not throw. And instead of playing our confident game, like I started like I think I did a lot of it on both maps where like I was scared to throw for my team, so
Right.
I stopped playing my normal game. And that kind of cost us a lot of rounds, and I kind of had like I started getting like anxiety because I was getting nervous about it, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, and maybe you can confirm or deny for me here and now because I can't ask it myself. Does Reaper only DM YPrac and demo review Vertigo games? Like, is that
I
what he
think
does? Or
he watched their demos pretty hardcore, like not too hardcore, but he watches all the demos just to be prepared like himself. I prefer to do like light prep work and have like a general knowledge. He likes to match the tendencies of like where he's going to be playing. Um, he tries to like be prepared mentally, which I think that helps
right,
him a lot. He's already pre-positioned and stuff like for a general percentage of what they might do. Like especially since they're a pug team, they do like the same three things every game. They don't do anything different because they don't know how, right? Because I don't think they're practicing. I don't know much about them, so I don't want to say anything bad, right? Because
right.
we've had enough of that. But
We're let's not. Well, we won't ask any questions regarding that. We'll just we'll let that
yeah,
one slide, and we'll move on to map number
Reaper
two instead. Reaper.
Reaper had the mom buff this game. His
Reaper did
mom
have
was
the
watching.
Reaper had the
His
mom
clutches,
buff.
his clips are going on the fridge tonight.
That's great to hear. He had quite a few of them. I'll say all of you had. He had three 4Ks back to back to back as we start to talk about Inferno on the CT side. Back to back to back, he had 4Ks. That is absurd as an individual. And honestly, your CT side looked phenomenal. You looked great all the way through, and they looked like they were tilt buying again towards the end of their T half. They were just running into walls, dry peeking everything without any tradability, and you guys just shut that down. But on the flip side, I honestly couldn't really
Oh,
make
T
too
side.
much of what was happening on your guys' T side, what was going wrong. In hindsight's 2020, so maybe you can give me some insight as to what you believe might have been the determining factor in that.
I swear they watched the Eternal Rain demo of us on Inferno. We've only lost Inferno to Eternal Rain this season, and every other team we've dominated on our T sides. And like, this is the second team to ever shut down our T side, and like a team that genuinely made me feel lost a little bit. And then the same thing started happening before I started getting nervous and like I stopped playing my normal game because normally on T side I'm fairly aggressive to make space for my teammates, whether that being dying, getting the entries, or just like eating grenades, like to get information for them to like play off of. And that's usually like where like Sav gets picks or Devin gets picked or Reaper, I'm sorry, gets picks. And on that T side we started playing like really scared because of me because I'm our most forward player, right? And I need to make the space for everybody. That's personally my fault, um, and I need to fix that. But I'm gonna go over this demo like probably tomorrow, even on my birthday. I don't even care. I want to get better because I want to win this final.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The final is going to be the final culmination of everything you guys have been working for all season long. It's that little bit of extra green in your pocket should you get it over the line, and everyone needs a little bit of that nowadays, especially now that we may be sitting at home for a little longer than we may have anticipated. But, you know, with Counter-Strike by our side, I feel like there's nothing that we can't do. As a community, we all come together at the end of the day, and it was some good Counter-Strike all the way through, and I'm glad that I got the chance to watch it, and I hope that I get the chance to catch you guys in your finals play as well.
Thank you, thank you. We got a map advantage starting out in case anybody didn't know. Shout outs to everybody. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I see it in chat. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm sorry I bought it out personally. Didn't play up to my standards, but my team is phenomenal. Phenomenal. They put a lot of work in this season. I know they've gotten a lot of hate recently. Like I just want to come out and say that on stream. Like be nice to them. They've worked really hard for this. I know like we've made a few mistakes here and there, but like we can't hold it against people for making mistakes. Shit happens, right? Like
Let's separate
um,
the art from the artist for a little bit here.
exactly.
Let's just kind of have a good time with the rest of the season now.
Watch these guys work. We're gonna prove that we're the best because everybody's been saying we're dog shit, and we keep proving it wrong by winning every game, right? So let's keep her going.
There you go, mentality we like to hear. Jackro, thank you for joining me for the interview, and thanks for the game, man.
You're welcome anytime. Bye bye.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Jack Rowe, in-game leader and captain, owner of the Revel brand, and he brought it to you first. And I, why not, will be bringing the closer to you first. Thank you for joining us tonight, like he had said. I hope to see you all again, maybe on my streams, maybe on my other casts, maybe here on the Revel channel next time. But either way, you have a wonderful evening, noon, night, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next matchup. Live loud.
We are dreaming.